What's up, guys? This is Webby, and this is your SummerSlam review for 2016. We had a pretty good show here tonight. For the most part, the card was pretty good. I will have to say that. There was some of it that didn't make any sense. There's some of it that was pretty bad, but we all knew going into this pay-per-view that some of it was going to be just downright awful. For instance, WWE, even though they put on their website that Eva Marie was suspended, they still made us sit through that long, dreadful, boring entrance of hers. I never understand that. The Miz versus Apollo Crews. Match was boring. We had a few surprises. A few surprising endings. I will have to say that. The very ending was a big surprise. I will definitely say that. But first I'm going to go over the pre-show real quick. I was kind of disappointed with the pre-show, honestly. The opening match had American Alpha, the Usos, and the Hype Bros versus Breezango, the Vaudevillians, and the Ascension. WWE, if this is your way of trying to put over tag teams, you are doing a horrible, horrendous job. You are not putting over tag teams by having a 12-man tag team match. This was nothing more than a filler. This match was a glorified bathroom break. American Alpha is the only team that stands out. I realize that you are trying to showcase them because they're the brand new up-and-coming tag team in the WWE on SmackDown, because they are just up-and-coming from NXT, and you want them to be the tag team on SmackDown and have the tag team championship, because they will have the tag team titles once the tag team championship goes to SmackDown. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. The only tag team they're doing anything with. The only tag team that's winning. We had spot after spot. Tag teams brawling in the ring. Glorified P-break. That's all we had here. And there's nothing left to say about that because American Alpha, the Usos, and Hype Bros won. There you go. Baron Corbin has a promo at the pre-show announce table. Comes out and says, "Oh, well, he was supposed to have a match, but Kalisto's pretty much a pansy, and all he had to do was go and whine and say he couldn't wrestle, so he got what he wanted, and Kalisto cost him money, and so now he doesn't have a match, and it's just a bunch of BS and blah, 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 and he's here to beat people up, and he doesn't have to answer questions," and then he just walks out. Okay. Whatever. Dudley's versus Neville and Sami Zayn. Look, they are rapidly trying to break up the Dudley Boys. Bubba Ray keeps on knocking out Devon. They just keep on having this happen. I don't exactly like it, but they just keep on having it happen. So I just see that coming to an end soon. Neville and Sami Zayn pick up the victory, which we all knew this was going to happen. Nothing more to say about that. The first of the best of 7 series, Sheamus defeats Cesaro. This went back and forth. It was a good match. Sheamus won. That's all I have to say about that. And that was your pre-show. Not too much to talk about there. The opening match of SummerSlam. Enzo and Big Cass versus Jericho and Kevin Owens. This was a pretty good match. This match went back and forth, but I was highly surprised at the end of this matchup. I was very, very surprised when I saw Kevin Owens do that ollie loop to Enzo into a code breaker for the 1, 2, 3. I was highly surprised at that ending. Of course, we knew that, it was going to go back and forth a little bit. Enzo was the one that got beat up for the most part when Jericho and Kevin Owens had the upper hand. But overall, it was a good match. I just wanted to point something out here. And I didn't realize this until tonight. But I think that they're trying to turn Big Cass into Roman Reigns. Now, before you all turn this video off, don't. Because Michael Cole said that Big Cass has an elbow called the Empire Elbow. So we have the Roman Empire and we have the Empire Elbow. What in the world is going on with all these empires? I mean, really. What in the world is going on with this? But it was a good match. I was highly surprised that, Jericho and Kevin Owens won because they were in Enzo and Big Cass's backyard. But, it was good. And I am glad that Jericho and Kevin Owens won because I like Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. It's glad to see that something different happens for a change instead of the same old stuff. Second match, Sasha Banks versus Charlotte for the Women's Championship. I was highly surprised at this. Charlotte, the new Women's Champion. I really think Sasha Banks should have retained here and should have kept her title more than just 3 weeks. I don't know if WWE didn't have that much faith in Sasha Banks or if they just did the title change for the shock value of that first Raw to make a big, quick impact and then, it's done and over with. They might have done that. But, Charlotte's the new women's champion. I hope Sasha Banks gets the title back because I think it'd be good to build up another star. Charlotte's character is just getting a little watered down, I think, as of right now. But she's the new women's champion. I like how she countered the Banks statement, though, there at the end. I think that was a great way to end the matchup. The next match, I didn't pay that close attention to, and quite frankly, I don't think much people that watched SummerSlam did either, because it was The Miz versus Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental Championship. I was making a sandwich, getting something to drink, and took a bathroom break all at the same time during the match. In that order. The Miz retained the Intercontinental Championship. There you go. Who cares? And we go from that to a great matchup, which we all knew this was going to be a great match. John Cena versus AJ Styles. And I was afraid going into this matchup that they were going to bury AJ Styles. And boy, I ended up being happy, because AJ Styles got the W clean in this. We didn't get The Undertaker in this match. He didn't show up. I wasn't real happy about that. So they didn't build for the WrestleMania match. But I am happy that AJ Styles got the clean victory over John Cena. I mean, they put on a great matchup. Both back and forth. Really liked there when they were at the top rope on top turnbuckle. And John Cena was going for the AA, and it was reversed into the flying forearm. I really liked that. That was great. Took 2 or 3 Styles clashes. Epic contest. And of course, John Cena is going on his hiatus to film that TV show now, I think. So it was good that AJ Styles finally got the win, and that he was definitely needing, because he had not gotten a win like that yet, really, in WWE over a major WWE superstar other than Chris Jericho. So I really like how that happened, and that he won this feud overall. After that, the New Day versus Gallows and Anderson. Gallows and Anderson won by disqualification. This was okay. It was kind of boring, actually. Big E came and saved the day. Saved Jon Stewart from getting ring post-itis. Once they announced that Jon Stewart was in the corner of the New Day, it was kind of like, okay, this is a guaranteed almost that New Day is going to retain their title somehow. I still think that eventually Gallows and Anderson are going to take those titles off the New Day. And I'm really hoping that happens. The next match, Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. And I really don't like saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. This match was boring. And a big part of that reason was the crowd was dead. I mean, barely heard anything in this match. Barely heard the crowd in this match. I mean, it sounded like grasshoppers in the match. And if you have a crowd that doesn't say anything, then it takes so much out of the match. It takes just so much out of it. I can't say that enough about a matchup. So, you just can't say that enough about a match. But anyway, Dean Ambrose ends up retaining the WWE Championship. And it was a beautiful finish when he dropped Dolph Ziggler off the top of the top rope and then reversed it into the Dirty Deeds. They went back and forth. I mean, if the crowd would have been into it more, it would have made the match better. But this is one of these matches where everybody knew what was going to happen. Everybody knew that Ambrose was going to win. So it's kind of like, why do we need to get into this match? There's no reason to get into this match. The next match, I was taking another bathroom break. Because it was a walking advertisement for a ratings killer by the simple fact that we had to watch the very first entrance of Eva Marie. Oh, she is so upset because the fans are so critical of her. She has to take a vacation. Oh my, she's so upset. Oh my gosh, she's so upset. She has to take a vacation. Oh. She has to take a vacation. No. Has to take a vacation. How much more lame can you get? Eva Marie has to take a vacation because she is so upset because we as fans express our opinion because she's a waste of talent. Ugh. Make me want to barf. So we got Naomi, Carmella, Becky Lynch versus Natalya, Alexa Bliss, and Nikki Bella. She took that waste of space, that walking advertisement for a ratings killer, Eva Marie's spot. Yeah, WWE. Yeah, you want to play that off, but earlier in the week, you put on your website that she's suspended. Makes a lot of sense. Let me give you a hand. Ugh. Whatever. I was really taking a bathroom break in this. I'm not even sure what much of it happened. I mean, it was okay. What I saw of the match was pretty good. Nikki Bella, Natalya, and Alexa Bliss pulled out the victory. Of course they would, because Nikki Bella was in the match. Makes it a guaranteed win, and she was making her re-debut. Next matchup, very entertaining. I would say it was one of the best of the night. Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins. Great matchup. And I will say this. A new era has begun. Because Finn Balor is the new and first WWE Universal Champion. Unbelievable and awesome. Great. It's just great. It was a knockdown, drag out affair, great matchup. Can't say anything else any better about this. They both put on a clinic. Finn Balor and Seth Rollins did. And all I can say is, by Finn Balor winning, that puts on a stamp that it's a new era. Rusev, Roman Reigns, no contest. And I have That's a bunch of BS. Bunch of malarkey. All this was WWE giving Roman Reigns a little push, showing that he's awesome. That's all it was. They buried Rusev tonight. That's it. Rusev came out, started beating up Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns turned around, beat him up with a steel chair, hurt him. Reigns went back. They called the match. Roman Reigns came back down. Spear. Doing all his little gag moves. Make me want to puke. And he left. And then we have the main event. Lesnar versus Orton. I like the way this ended. I liked it. Now, I know a lot of you might say, oh, but Webby! Oh, but Webby! Lesnar was so violent! Lesnar busted Randy Orton up! Lesnar should be suspended! Lesnar should be fined! Oh, it's TVPG! Lesnar shouldn't use his forearm to beat someone up like that! No! No! You can't do that! Lesnar went in there and tore house. Randy Orton barely got in any offense at all. Got in a couple moves, got in an RKO, got in a DDT. Almost got in a punt, but it was reversed into an F5. Bloodied him up. People started chanting Goldberg. Brock Lesnar still kept on punching him. They called the match TKO. Brock Lesnar is your winner. Absolutely domination. Absolute. Couldn't ask for anything better. Brock Lesnar is a monster. Is a beast. And this was a perfect way to continue that beast-like streak. Comes out, Shane comes out. F5 Shane. I mean, absolutely awesome. You know, this is a way that they can, like, suspend Lesnar or fine Lesnar. But this was a great way to keep on building him up as a beast. It's a little short of a match, but you know, that's okay. So overall, a pretty good SummerSlam. This is your SummerSlam review. What do you all think? Leave your comments below. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up. And tune in right back here for my Monday Night Raw review. Tomorrow night, right after Raw. And until then, this is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.